and welcome back to Dusty Book Sniffers. For those that don't know, my name's Nicole, and today we're here to talk about the Cursebreaker series. Well, good morning or good evening, everybody, no matter where you're watching from. Thank you for taking some time out of your day and spending it with me while I prattle on about the books that I have read. If you're a new viewer, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon beside it to all notifications, and then that way you're not going to miss out on any future posts. And for those that are coming back again, hi, thank you so much for being here. Alright, so we are going to be talking about the Cursebreaker series by Brigid Kemmerer, I think is how you pronounce her name. And so these are the books. I love the spines on these. So we have A Curse So Dark and Lonely, A Heart So Fierce and Broken, and we also have book 3, which is A Vow So Bold and Deadly. So I just finished this one here. Overall, they have all been a 3 to 4 star read for me. The first one is very, very reminiscent of Beauty and the Beast, and then it just follows on from there. So the story is pretty much set up, like I said, from like Beauty and the Beast. We have Ren, who is he is cursed, and he basically is cursed, and he is pretty much doomed to repeat fall over and over again. So he has not progressed in age or anything like that. He's been cursed by Lilith, and there is also Grey is his guard. So he basically served the family. He was part of the King's Guard, and so he is also there with Ren, and basically they're doomed to repeat the cycle over and over again. And so while he is the Beast, he goes around killing people and stuff like that. So he's not a nice guy. And Grey goes into Washington, D.C., and he essentially kidnaps women and takes them back to Emberfall, which is where this is based. And so what they need to do, as in Beauty and the Beast has to fall in love, and the girl has to fall in love with the Beast. So in comes Harper. She seen Grey taking this a girl, and anyway she ended up in Emberfall instead of this other girl, and she has a bung leg, and she has a limp and all that sort of stuff. I can't remember if if it's cerebral palsy or whether she just has an injury, because I read this last year, so it was quite a while ago. So that is the basis of the story. So the main characters are Harper, which is the female character. Then we've got Ren, who is Prince Ren. And then we've got Grey, who is the King's Guard, who is now protecting or being there for Ren. And we have Lilith, who is the evil enchantress. So basically this story ended with Harper and her brother and his boyfriend ending up in Emberfall, and then the next book goes on to basically just telling the love stories of Harper and Ren. So when they come back to the second book, Harper becomes Princess Harper of DC, and so they think that because the curse has been broken, and basically comes back, and she is Princess Harper of DC, and her brother is Prince Jake from DC as well, and they've promised Emberfall armies and stuff like that to make the people of Emberfall feel comfortable and all the rest of it, because Ren has basically been this monster for so long and killed so many of them and all the rest of it. So Grey has fled the castle, and basically because there was a showdown at the other one, and he's fled the castle and he's in hiding. He is going by the name of Hawk in this one, and subsequently he ends up getting found, and he ends up falling for Liamara, who is from where's she from again? I can't even think of the name of it. Seal Shallow, that's where she's from. So she is the daughter of the Queen from Seal Shallow, and Seal Shallow has been at war with Emberfall for quite some time, and basically he ends up being found and ends up falling for her because Liamara has gone to Emberfall to try to appease Ren and not go to war and all the rest of it. And her sister is supposed to become queen next. And anyway, Liamara ends up becoming queen, and Grey, and this one was mostly about Grey and Liamara and their developing love story. So I gave this one a 4-star as well, and I've also given the last book in the trilogy a 4-star as well. So this one was A Vow So Bold and Deadly. So when we left off in the second book, Grey and Liamara were back in Shallow, and she was queen and he was prince to her. So and their love story was still going, and it was just going through the struggles of her coming to power when she had not she was not meant to come to power. Her sister was supposed to, but she ended up in power. And basically it's just following the struggles for the first part of the book, following the struggles that they're trying to lead an army that doesn't want to be led by them, and is also they're afraid of magic and all that sort of stuff, because Grey is actually has magic abilities. And yeah, so it's just following that story and why they're afraid, and there's fractions and there's people that don't like the fact that he's there and whatnot, and they're trying to basically kill the queen. In the meantime, there is a war brewing because Ren has refused to yield to Syl Shallow, and so, vice versa. And so we've got Harper and Ren back in Emberfall, and then we've got Grey and Liamara in Syl Shallow, and Grey has given them 60 days, Emberfall 60 days to yield and not go to war, or they're going to attack. And so it just follows that storyline and basically what happens. And because Grey ends up being the rightful prince to Emberfall, he is basically, yeah. So and he's older than Ren, so he's actually supposed to be king. And a little bit of spoilers, sorry. Yeah, so basically that is what's happening in this book, but it all wrapped up really well. I really liked how it wrapped up, and I found this one, I couldn't put it down. Basically I read it in one sitting, had nothing else to do because it was raining so much and that we had flooding and everything here. So but yeah, it was a page turner for me. I really liked how it was all wrapped up in the end, and I liked how different aspects of the books were wrapped up as well, and different characters in the books, it may have come to their demise, or they may have survived. So it was really, really well done. I really enjoyed it. If you have never read YA fantasy before, this is probably a really good one to start with. I actually really enjoyed it, and all of them, quite frankly, were page turners for me. And as I said, I really enjoyed them. So the overall series, I've actually given a 4.5 star rating to. As I said, I don't read a lot of YA books, but this one definitely well worth the read. So that is it for me today. That's all I've really got to say. Sorry about the little spoilers in there, but I really could, there's a lot more that happens in this book. So even just those little things that I've told you, the stuff leading up to those things is really, really good and keeps you engaged and all that sort of stuff. So it is YA, so take it for what it is. Just remember that the writing is a little bit simpler, but they're really good. I guess you could call them like palate cleansers, especially when you've read like a really epic fantasy or, some really dark material. These sort of books are really good for like a palate cleanser. So, and that's sort of what I do use a lot of YA for, just to like a reset sort of thing and cleanse the palate. But I actually really enjoyed them, and I hope you do too. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. And if you have made it this far and you've yet to subscribe, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon to all notifications, and then that way you're not going to miss out on any of my future uploads. But that's it from me today. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye for now.